2024 marks the centenary of Peter Hallock's birth, and we intend to encourage churches and community groups to perform Peter's music. For Peter, the music was inherent in the text that he chose to set, so the Spirit working through the text is how the composition came to be.
We're so used to the way that a lot of music is organized. So when it's different than that, it really catches your ear.
People yearn for simplicity to quiet the inner space. At the same time, human beings want the interest and variability of complexity.
The thing about Peter's music that strikes me over and over and over is how well it is married to English text.
The Psalms have come alive in a new and rich way that I never before in all my life had the appreciation, and I really believe it's in large part because of the tonality and the compositions that Peter's music, with the choir singing these deeply resonant pieces with words that we know so well, and yet they speak in new ways because of the music.
Send forth your Spirit, O Lord, and renew the face of the earth. Hallelujah, hallelujah. O Lord, how manifold are your works. In wisdom you have made them all.
Peter's compositions have a unique way of marrying music and text in such a way that it inscribes the text on the performers' and listeners' hearts.
Creatures both small and great, there move the ships, and there is that Leviathan, which you have made for the sport of it. All of them look to you to give them their food in due season. You give it to them, they gather it. You open your...
The depth of appreciation for the nuances that Peter lays into his music, the places where there is dissonance in the music that overlays the dissonance in the words, particularly in the Psalms. And then there's this resolution that happens when the psalm turns from lament to praising God.
and return to their dust. You send forth your Spirit, and they are created.
Sometimes it's an unexpected dynamic, or sometimes it's an unexpected pause, or the music moves faster than you were expecting. It's you never get too settled in what you are expecting, and that's keeps you engaged as a listener or as a performer.
With words that we know so well, and yet they speak in new ways because of the music.
These words of mine please him. I will rejoice in the Lord. Let sinners be consumed out of the earth, and the wicked be no more.
The music is full of expression marks, crescendos and diminuendos and contrasts of piano and forte, sometimes very extreme, down to triple piano or fortissimo with 3 Fs.
As it was in the beginning.
And what it provides is a kind of interest. It's intriguing.
The emotional content of the Psalms is very vividly expressed in his music. And the thing about the Psalms is that they're really about human emotion.
The Psalms are the individual voice crying out to God. So anything that can deepen our engagement with the Psalms is front and center in terms of the engagement with the depths of the spiritual life.
Peter's music really has this amazing balance so that you can get halfway through an anthem and realize, wow, I just never want to leave this place.
He steered away from compositional techniques and tools that were in vogue at a certain time and sort of worked on developing his own language as a composer. And I think it makes it more durable and more timeless. There's a timeless quality to most of Peter's music.
It's not disposable music like some church music is these days.
There's this beautiful little piece, "The Lord is My Light," organ accompaniment, SATB voices. It's one of those short, little, succinct anthems of Peter's that says so much in a little amount of time.
It begins with a very unassuming organ introduction that just sort of sets the key. And then the choir comes in quietly. "The Lord is my light." And as the sopranos and tenors enter, the altos and basses enter like a bar later. And then there's this tremendous surge on the word light with a rather crunchy dissonance. And it's luminous. It's one of those Hallock moments where the harmony is dissonant, but luminous because of its dissonance. It shines and shimmers, and it's so arresting. I mean, if you get that crescendo right, you've got your listener right in the palm of your hand. And then for the next 90 seconds, which is all the piece takes, they're being delivered assurances that are made in that psalm. And they're having a spiritual experience and hopefully going away feeling like, oh, I've just been given a vision of God that I didn't really have before.
I would commend it because it takes us into a deeper relationship with God and with ourselves.
I think it's a great opportunity on the 100th anniversary of Peter's birth to get to celebrate his music and have new directors give new pieces a try and introduce this music to their choirs, to their congregations.
In honor of the centenary of Hallock's birth, we're inviting those who are going to perform Peter's music, whether it be a single title or multiple titles over the course of the program year, to register those works that you're performing on our website at halleckinstitute.org to see who's performing Peter's music and what music of his they're performing.